warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, so today we are going to share our opinion about several health-related questions. Before that, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Dwi Putri Hardianti, R01124135.
My name is Dewi Amina, R0112411008. How can people improve their health?
There are quite a few ways people can improve their health, and honestly, it doesn't always require a huge changes. The basics is still the most effective, like eating a balanced diet, staying physically active, getting enough sleep, and managing stress. I think one of the most underrated things is consistency. Even small habits like drinking enough water, walking every day, or cutting down on processed food can make a big difference over time. Mental health is important too, and things like mindfulness, social connection, and even just taking breaks when needed can improve overall well-being. In our busy modern days, people sometimes forget that rest and relaxation are also part of a healthy lifestyle.
Do elderly people do much experience in your country?
In Indonesia, it really depends on the individual and where they live. In rural areas, many elderly people stay physically active through daily activities like farming, walking, or doing chores, so they might not do formal exercises, but they are still moving a lot. In cities, some elderly join group exercises like senam lansia, tai chi, or morning walks, especially in parks or during car-free days. But honestly, not all elderly people exercise regularly. Some face health issues, limited mobility, or simply don't have access to proper facilities. There are also a mindset in some communities that once you're old, you should just rest. But things are slowly changing. The government and local communities are starting to promote health aging with programs and events that encourage elderly people to stay active, like through Posyandu Lansia and other community activities.
Do you think illness can be prevented?
That's a really tough question. I don't think all illness can be prevented, unfortunately. While a lot of disease like type 2 diabetes, some heart conditions, or certain infections can be prevented with healthy lifestyle, vaccinations, and early medical care, there are still many illnesses that come from genetics, age, or unknown causes. For example, some cancers or autoimmune disease can develop even in people who live very healthy lives. However, prevention does play a massive role. If people focus on early detection and regularly checks up, it can reduce the severity or impact of many illnesses. So, prevention is powerful, but it's not a guarantee against everything.
Do you think there will be less illness in the future?
I'd like to think so, especially with advancement in medicine and technology. New treatments, early diagnostic tools, and better health education can help reduce many diseases. For example, some illnesses that used to be deadly are now manageable or even curable. However, I also think new types of health problems might appear. We're already seeing more lifestyle-related disease like obesity or mental health conditions becoming one common due to things like sedentary jobs, screen time, and processed diets. So, while we might reduce some types of illness, others could increase if we are not careful. It's a balance between progress and awareness.
Do you think healthcare should be free?
Yes, ideally, I think basic healthcare should be free and accessible to everyone. Health is a fundamental human right, and no one should have to suffer or die just because they can afford treatment. Of course, Making healthcare free isn't easy. It needs funding, good infrastructure, and careful management. But many countries have proven that it's possible to provide free or affordable care through taxes or public insurance systems. Even if everything can't be free, at least essential services like emergency care, mental health, and vaccination should be. In the end, investing in public health benefits everyone in the long run. It reduces disease, improves productivity, and creates a stronger, healthier society. Next question. What are the most common health problems in modern society?
According to the World Health Organization, some of the most common health problems in modern society are non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and chronic respiratory illnesses. These conditions are the leading causes of death globally. Besides physical illnesses, there is also a rise in mental health issues, including stress, anxiety, and depression. These problems are closely linked to modern lifestyle. For example, unhealthy diets, lack of exercise, and spending too much time on screens.
Do you think people nowadays lead healthier lifestyles compared to the past?
In my opinion, people today are more aware of the importance of health because information is easier to access. Many people know about nutrition, exercise, and mental health. However, modern life also creates unhealthy habits such as eating fast food, sitting for long hours, and experiencing high levels of stress. So, even such awareness is better than before. In reality, not everyone lives a healthier lifestyle.
How can governments encourage people to adopt healthier habits?
Governments can encourage people to adopt healthier habits in several ways. One of the most effective ways is by providing good public facilities such as parks, sport centers, and safe sidewalks so that people can exercise more easily. They can also run education campaigns to raise awareness about health eating and the risks of smoking, alcohol, or junk food. Another important step is making healthy food more affordable and regulation the price of unhealthy products. In my opinion, if the government creates an environment that supports health choice, people will naturally follow healthier habits.
What is the role of mental health in overall well-being?
Mental health plays a central role in overall well-being. Good mental health helps people handle stress, stay motivated, and build positive relationships. On the other hand, poor mental health can make daily life more difficult and can even affect physical health. That is why the World Health Organization often reminds us that there is not health without mental health. Taking care of both physical and mental health is the key to a balanced and productive life.